federal trial in New York is shining a harsh light on the world of vintage wines. A dealer is accused of cheating collectors out of millions by selling them bogus bottles. Experts say this kind of fraud is actually more common than you might expect and very hard to detect. Bill Plant is with us. Bill, good morning.
Morning, Nora. Well, you know, once this guy was a rock star in the world of rare, expensive wine. And now Rudy Kurniawan is on trial for fraud here in New York, accused of making millions selling counterfeit wines to unsuspecting collectors. In the indictment, Kurniawan is also known as Dr. Conti, after one of France's greatest wines, and Mr. 47 for one of the great vintages of the 20th century. It charges that he manufactured and attempted to manufacture counterfeit bottles of wine at his home, operating what was in effect a counterfeit laboratory.
He just sort of came on the rare wine scene. No one really knew his background.
Benjamin Wallace has written about the case for New York Magazine.
The likely things he did include blending sort of cheaper vintages to create other vintages that he could sell for more money, taking bottles that had originally contained very expensive old wines and pouring younger or lesser wines into them.
When he first came on the scene in 2002, Kurniawan presented himself as a collector of rare bottles. He did wine tastings with wealthy collectors and eventually began selling wine at auction, clearing a record $24.7 million from one sale in 2006.
I had two clients who each spent over $1 million buying wine from Rudy, and they were the murderer's row of wines in the world. The oldest, rarest, most valuable, hardest to find.
But over time, that began to look too good to be true. Jeff Smith, who manages the wine cellars of wealthy clients, began to realize Kurniawan was a fake.
When they went to go and sell the wine at different auction houses, including Sotheby's, Zaki's, and others, and found that the wine was getting rejected because they had issues with either the labels or the corks or capsules, the bottles themselves.
When the FBI raided Kurniawan's home last year, they found a sophisticated operation for corking bottles and producing fake labels. These are all counterfeit bottles?
The ones standing up on the counter are counterfeit.
How do you tell?
There are label characteristics for most of these wines.
Bill Edgerton is a wine appraiser and consultant. He has a collection of fakes.
He did a good job of counterfeiting labels. With printing equipment today, and even home printers, you can do a remarkable job of making a counterfeit.
This could be described as a high-class problem for rich people.
Yes, it could, but whether or not your taste is for a $10 bottle or a $1,000 bottle, you deserve to get a genuine glass of wine.
Kurniawan's attorney is arguing that his client was duped, that he is also a victim. If he's convicted, he faces 40 years or up to that behind bars. As for the buyers of the phony wine, they are out of luck.